Hello, this is Brian from City Gone Fishing, and we are at the beautiful and famous Santa Monica Pier. Yeah, this is one of the longest piers in Southern California, except half the pier is still on land. I mean, there's roller coaster on the freaking pier, so yeah, cut them some slack. Sorry about the audio because I left all of my GoPro stuff, so you can probably hear that louder than me. Today is not a holiday, it's just a weekday, it's not a weekend, and yet it is bustling and it's crowded. We're all here eager to see what fish we catch. My guess is the mackerel that's been following me around everywhere. So, Pacific Ocean, you are bound to catch some kind of mackerel. We'll see. You gotta quit catching more of these things. Okay. All right, bring it over before it runs off. There you go. Can you come this way? Wait, is that a mackerel? I think it's a mackerel. Okay. Ah, look at this tiny fish caught on the dock demon with a pink camo line. It's like adorable little thing. What? Are you? All right. Oh, it's adorable. It's so cute. Whew. Okay, now what am I supposed to do with it?
Where? Oh my god! Eat it!
Yeah. Maybe not. It's weird because these fish don't fight.
That's why I didn't know when I caught it or not.
Oh, yes, I did get one. There we go. Hi. No. I think your line and my line are caught.
Oh, really?
Yep. No, their line. Hi, your line and my line.
Oh.
Okay. Hello. Careful. Oh no. It's going to grab this. Okay, there you go. Woo. It's weird because these fish, they don't really fight. They just stay there. So I didn't even know I had this guy on.
What happened to me too?
Yeah, it's odd, these Santa Monica mackerels. And look how smooth this guy is. Oh, hello. He like knows that I'm about to take this. Unfortunately for this guy's big enough for me to keep. All this is going to be used for chumming. Here we go. Some scent in the water. Alright guys, it is getting pretty dark. You know what that is, right? Yeah, it's about time to try it. What the hell is going on? They're scaring the fish. Well, it is 4:25 in the morning. So I think it's about time we call it quits. Not because I don't want to stay any longer, but I would like to avoid the LA traffic if I can. We are legitimately the only people on this pier fishing right now. We'll be back at Santa Monica Pier because it's a interesting place to fish. I wish we caught a lot more species other than like these mackerels, man. They just love me. Everywhere I go, not only do I catch them, everybody goes, oh, today's a mackerel day. Oh, that's weird. You know, like, if you guys have any tips on Redondo Beach or Santa Monica Pier fishing as to how to avoid catching mackerels, that'd be great. So the winning combo today was surprisingly the Dog Demon with a pink camo line and size 12 hooks, which is tiny. And that just tore this place apart. And we didn't even cast that. We dropped it right at the pier. And I think we caught like 10 fish on that one rod and reel just that combo. Our really heavy duty baited one ended up catching a crab you saw earlier. We caught a couple of mackerel on this sabiki setup. I also had that extra long rod that you guys all know of. I almost killed somebody earlier today. This tier is actually so low. I casted it a little stronger and it just flipped up and landed on top right over there where the performers were. That was really, really bad. So I didn't use it the rest of the day and night. Well, yeah, so if you guys have any other suggestions, please. I obviously need help. So at least when it comes to the middle of the night fishing, I did it chum the water, green light, glow in the dark stuff, not glow in the dark stuff, putting in the light area, the dark area. They just don't want to bite. But we know it's there because the sea lion's around just tearing the place up. So alright, so we caught some mackerels this morning and we are going to cook them. I'm Korean, and in Korea mackerels are actually a delicacy, so we know how to cook these things. So we're at a local Korean market. We're gonna buy some ingredients. We're gonna try a new recipe that I think is gonna be pretty cool, so come along. This is actually a really small local market. If it's here, they can be found in any Korean market. So we are getting moo. These are called moo, or in English, radish. Just to let you know, that's literally what this word says in Korean, moo. So we got one moo, and we're gonna need some kimchi, the signature Korean food. So the tricky part about this is we need shin-kimchi, which basically means super ripe kimchi, and they obviously don't sell those. So we're gonna get the oldest looking kimchi possible, because that's what we need. That looks pretty old. You can tell because the color really, it's not like as white as, let's say, this one here, right? You can also tell when they're on sale because they're about to get old. So this is as old as we're probably gonna get. So we're gonna get this thing called Meeting. I believe this is a store brand. In case you're wondering, that's sort of what it looks like. Meeting. It's basically sort of like a cooking rice wine thing going on. It says rice seasoning in English over here. It says sweet rice wine here. But I believe they call it, it's not wine at all though. I think they just add a bunch of alcohol in it. So we're gonna get some stuff called muryok. This is what they look like. I don't think there's any really English word for them. Oh yeah, it's basically corn syrup. Literally, it's the corn syrup. Hey guys, it's an Asian cuisine. Alright, time for the soy sauce, but we're gonna get specific type of soy sauce. This is called jin kanjang, which is basically jin soy sauce. It basically means concentrated soy sauce. Not in the preservative way, but it's a lot stronger than the common soy sauce. And we're looking for the Korean chili paste. I don't know where it is. Ah, we found them among the fish of all places. I don't know how chili paste goes with the fish, but it is a small market, so they probably crammed as much as they could. I'm gonna grab this one, the gochujang. Yes, that's right, gochujang, the hot pepper paste. Okay, we're gonna swap this out with something else because we just realized this is chinammat, which is really hot. And here is the sunammat, which is mild. And here's the meummat. It even has a red label and it's just very hot. Not gonna use that. Yep, we're gonna go for maybe the mild. Alright, we're gonna keep this simple, guys. Again, it's a new recipe we're trying. It is as simple as it gets, so let's see how this works out. Grab some ramen for myself. Yep. Alright everybody, so I am here at my girlfriend's apartment. She is the one filming right now. We just got back from the market. There was a whole freeway block, not unusual to Los Angeles. We have our fish actually already cleaned here. Just to let you know, cleaning the fish is really easy. You scale it, you cut off all the fins and its head and the tail. The thing that you have to remember about mackerels though is they have a vein right up in the spine here. Actually, you can't see it now because we already removed it. We already cleaned and gutted this at the pier. So my bad, we probably should have recorded that. But just know there are like veins and little things coming out of the spine. That's what you gotta remove. That's what gives it that gross, fishy, bloody mackerel taste that everyone hates. That's what you gotta remove to have a really, really good fish, like meaty taste. All right, we're not gonna use the whole moo, so we're gonna cut this radish in half. Peel it, wash it, and cut it. So once you have them, we cut these things in half because they're a little large. You'll see why. We're gonna layer these little stew things, so that is the radish is gonna make the first layer, so we're gonna place them as so. Alright, there you go, a little Tetris. Never hurt anybody. Our mackerels are kind of big, so cut it in half. You're gonna laugh.
Okay, let's do this.
What's important is that you leave this middle hole, like make sure the fish kind of surrounds it. You leave this hole here. We're putting in 1 tablespoon of meat. We don't have a tablespoon, so we're using 2 half tablespoons. All right, half a cup of water. We're gonna open the kimchi jar. We're gonna use half cup of the kimchi juice. Just the juice, not the kimchi itself. Alright, let's start boil. We're gonna boil that a little bit. Let it boil. Alright, start with a half a cup of soy sauce. Alright, so we're gonna put quarter cup. So we're gonna put in a quarter cup. We're gonna eyeball that. Turns out we have a tablespoon. All right. So since this is actually to taste, by that what I mean is the amount of this is going to determine how spicy it'll get. So we're gonna put some in first, about a tablespoon. Checking up on this, looks like it's boiling. All right, we're gonna pour it in. And then we are going to add kimchi. How much?
It's like 1 layer.
Alright, we're gonna add a layer of kimchi. Just, obviously this is to taste, but you should add at least like a layer to cover all the fish and the radish. Just to cover pretty much all the square areas. Alright, as it cooks, go ahead and baste everything. So yes, as you're basting and all that, go ahead and taste it and add more as you need. If it's too salty, go ahead and add a little more corn syrup. If it's too sweet, add a little more soy sauce and water. So you don't have to do this the whole time. However, know this. Remember, this is a really thick stew, almost like a pot roast of the sauce. So this is more like a soup at the moment. So make sure you are reducing this. So let it evaporate as long as it needs to. It needs to be really thick. So this is a game of patience now. Alright, well that seems about right, so we already turned it off. It's like a reduction, pretty much. I can taste it.
Taste it. Okay. Just show them. Okay. That you have to eat it with the everything. Okay, go.
Alright, so just to look at that. Right? Just like steaming. Do you see that? Woo! Alright, well. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Ooh, yeah. Mackerels always have these like little texture that's like unique to a fish. It's like meaty. It's not like other fish, which is really delicate. It's slimy, oily. It's really just its own little texture. It's great. All right. So I'm gonna end the video because I'm gonna go eat this.